How to be the best father for your daughters. By no means am I perfect. I don't have all the answers. I struggle myself as a dad. And so I don't want you guys to think that I'm just sitting up here telling you guys that this is how you got to do it. You're going to figure it out your own way, but I'm going to give you three things. Three things I want you to remember. Those are control, not the princess treatment. I'll go into that. And your phone. Okay? So starting off with control, it's very easy to want to control everything. As a man and as the head of the house, you want to control everything. Whether that's a tantrum that's starting up and you want to shut it down right away, or even if that's in the house, if it's in public, you just don't want it to happen, right? And so you think that you have to control that situation. And in that moment, your kid wants to control the situation too. So it's not about controlling, it's about guiding. We, at a very young age, understand that we have choices. We have the ability to make our own choice, and that's what we want to do. If you grew up with strict parents or parents that always told you what to do, how to think, you were always in this mindset of, I'm my own person. Why can't I make my own choice? Or you had anxiety. You were scared. You were afraid to make your own choices because you're afraid of what your parents were going to think. And that's not what we're trying to set up. That's not what I'm trying to set up. And I don't know the same for you, but it's not about controlling it. It's all about controlling your own emotions. And that's the biggest thing I want you to remember for control is control your own emotions. At the end of the day, that's the only thing that you have full control over is yourself. So if you can't control your own self and your own emotions, how are you going to be able to handle the situation and show your young child that you are capable and understand as an adult how to handle a situation? If your child is screaming and yelling, it is not your job to be louder than them. Get to a level that they're intimidated or they're just freaked out. That's not what we're trying to achieve. We're trying to build. It's a marathon, right? It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. So you have to understand that it's going to take time. If your kids are screaming, they're screamers, you have to show them that you're not going to get on that level or exceed it in order to get their full attention. So remember that. You're in control of yourself, and as soon as you start understanding that, you'll be more comfortable in your ability to be a parent. All right, so number 2, the princess treatment. So for me, my daughter, and I won't go too much into it, but my ex definitely got the princess treatment. And I'm not here to shame her by any means. I'm not shaming anybody, but if you can see when a girl or a woman has that princess treatment, that they can grow up to feel obligated to things. They have the constant, I deserve this. This is how life is going to go because this is who I am. I'm a princess. And that's not what I'm trying to teach. Although I want my girls to feel like they are princesses, they could dress up to be princesses. I'm going to love them deeply no matter what. But at the end of the day, they got to work, and they got to work hard. And that's what I want them to remember, that life isn't fair. And one day you're going to be on your own, and you're not going to have mom and dad. Maybe you won't have a spouse that's going to give you that princess treatment. Maybe your spouse is going to treat you as an equal. And that's what I'm about. That's a value that I hold. You guys don't have to agree to it, but I don't want my kids to grow up thinking that the world owes them something, or that they can just get whatever they want because they're a woman. Same thing as a man, but that's my value, and you don't have to agree to it, but I want them to be able to be independent and to grow and to be able to tackle their own things, to be able to handle their own stuff independently, where they don't need a person, they don't need a spouse, they don't need a parent in order to hold their hand and get them where they need. If they want to go get a new Gucci bag or something that's, hot right now, whatever that is 15 years from now, then that's that's on them. I want them to be able to earn it and understand that feeling of earning it. We all know that if you earn something, it feels so much better than when it's given to you. If you work hard and you bust your ass and you finally are able to buy something or pay off something, you're just like, I did this. I did this. And I want my kids to have that too. So number 3 is the phone. I had a podcast video about this, or episode, so if you are interested in that, it's Balancing Life, but go find it. It's on thatdad.co, Spotify, Apple, yada, yada, yada. But something I've been really working on is putting my phone away when my spouse and my kids are home. So if I know they're home, I turn off my phone and I put it on my nightstand. It's done for the rest of the night until I get back in bed. Then I'll, get my little fix on my feeds, catch up on what I missed out, but for like 20, 30 minutes max. And I limit myself. But when I'm home and my family's home and I don't have to worry about my wife calling me or the school calling me for the girls being sick or in trouble, whatever it is, my phone is off and I'm there, I'm present. There's nothing more disappointing than to be on your phone scrolling TikTok, Instagram, whatever it is, and your kid just right here wanting your attention, and you're pushing them off and telling them to leave you alone, like give me a minute, I'll play with you in a second. That minute turns into several minutes, right? Because it's so easy to get caught up in these 1-minute videos that 30 minutes to an hour or hours pass by, and all your kid sees in the distance is daddy's playing on his phone. And some of us, you gotta work hard, you bust your ass all day at work and you wanna come home and you wanna sit down and relax. Excuse me. And how you relax is either playing games or being on your phone, or whatever it is, whatever that looks like to you. But just think about it too. Think about their growing years. Do you really want them to grow up thinking that dad was just on his phone the whole time? That was that. I didn't really get to play with my dad. My dad didn't go out and throw a ball with me. My dad didn't play on the trampoline with me. My dad didn't read a book to me because he was too busy staying on his phone. So that's going to conclude the 3 things. Remember, control your emotions, princess treatment, and your phone. That's my advice to being the best father to your daughters at this moment right now. That's just being a parent. Life changes, life throws curveballs, and it's up to us to be able to hit it and figure it out. We're not always going to come out hitting home runs, but we take it day by day. And that's important too, is take it day by day. I'm going to leave it at that. If you enjoy this, please like, follow, subscribe, whatever it is, leave a comment. If you disagree, let me know. I'm more than open with a rebuttal or a disagreement. We don't have to argue or anything, but we can have a conversation, and I'm more than open with it. Maybe you have something that really works for you, and I want to hear it because I'm trying my best too. I want to be the best dad I can be, and there's no way I can know unless you tell me or I go find it, which I'm trying. So let's work hard to be the best dads that we could be. Please look at thatdad.co. That's my website. Has my merchandise, my podcast, anything else. But I'm trying to create a community of dads that want to do the best for their kiddos. My YouTube has how to do daughters' hairs. Not a lot of us men know how to do our kiddos' hair, but I do my daughter's hair. You can kind of get an idea. You just got to start. That's the hardest part, starting. And then being consistent with it. You got to be consistent. I make it a mission to do my kiddos' hair at least 2 to 3 times every week. And not just a ponytail. I mean like doing actual hairstyles. And you'll see it if you go check out my YouTube channel. But thank you guys. Have a blessed day. You guys rock.